Hey, so today I'm going to talk about a law firm in London that's able to generate tens of millions in terms of annual case value from Google. And they are able to pull this off without basically ranking that well, or they don't really rank at all for most of their important services on the local map pack, which is something I always talk about. It's the most important place when you want to rank. So let's say you're somebody searching for family law solicitors London. And by the way, in the UK, more people are using the word solicitor than a lawyer. In the US, most people use lawyer. In London or in the UK, they use solicitor or even attorney. So it's important to know for specific cases. But anyway, the firm is Osborn's Law. And if you look at their rankings here, Family Law Solicitors London, if you skip through the sponsored results, which most people skip, you don't see Osborn here anywhere. Osborn, nowhere found. They're not even on the second page here, but nobody even goes to the second page. So no, I think I found them from the fourth or the fifth page, but it doesn't matter. Point is that they're getting so much traffic. If you look at this here, like I now added the Ahrefs search bar, which shows me how much estimated organic traffic they're getting per month, and the number is 85,600 visitors every month. Usually, law firms, they convert around 1 to 2% of their visitors into actual clients. So even if we take like a smaller number, let's use a calculator here, and let's say the traffic is 85,600 per month. And let's say one person out of 200 becomes a client. So 1 in 200 equals, so just divide this by 200. So they're getting about 428 cases every month from Google, which translate to over 5,000 cases a year. I don't really know how big their firm is, but I'm guessing it's quite big. But yeah, and then if we look at, I used ChatGPT to again ask for average customer lifetime value in London for family law firms and personal injury law firms. So Osborn doesn't just offer family law services, they also do PI, personal injury, property law, private clients, housing and social care, medical negligence, many different cases. But if I look at just the average customer lifetime value, it comes out to be around, conservatively, around £10,000, which is around $14,000. But yeah, let's say £10,000. So they're getting 5,000 cases times 10,000. So this equates to over 50 million pounds in terms of potential case value, in terms of potential customer lifetime value generated from Google. I don't know if they're actually capturing this. Probably what they're doing is they're just filtering out and only taking on the best cases, but maybe they are. Or maybe they're sending those cases elsewhere and getting commission for it. It doesn't matter. What's the point of this is that if you are able to generate this many leads, this many clients, this many cases, you are much better able to choose the clients that you want to work with. You can only choose the highest tickets ones, the best potential clients. You're able to hire more attorneys, associates to your firm, and you're able to have a consistent amount of work for them. And thirdly, your business is much more sellable. If you are thinking about selling your law practice or your law practice, potential buyers are much more interested in a firm that doesn't only rely on referrals to get cases, that also has a dedicated, sophisticated channel in the form of SEO established. People are coming and actually getting in touch with them. And how they have achieved this is there's no magic, although it seems like magic at first, because like how on earth are they getting it if they're not even ranking for the most important phrases like family law solicitors London? Let's check for personal injury solicitors London. Sponsor. Okay, they are ranking on the fourth position here, but then again, I have it opened up like so. If I just go to all, do we see them here? No, we don't. So you definitely want to show up here, but they don't show up. They're quite close, but they're not quite there yet. They're not really ranking on the map. You have to be in the top three, and they're not in the top three. But they're still getting a lot of traffic, a lot of cases. The answer is pretty straightforward. What they are doing is they are doing really good on-page SEO, and they're doing everything else in a near perfect way. And what that everything else is that, yes, they're unable to rank in the map pack. One of the main reasons why they're unable to rank there is that their review score is a 4.4. This is usually a huge bottleneck for many of our clients that we work with when we start working with them. They don't have that high review scores. If you want to be in the top three for a competitive search or for a competitive area like London, or even in a specific area in London, you really need to have a score of at least 4.5, 4.6, or even higher. You need to have hundreds of reviews. Yes, they have hundreds of reviews, but the average score is too low for them to rank right now. So then there's an alternative way, quicker way to rank while you're building up your review score, which is also something you should always do and focus on to build up your review score so that you are also ranking on the map pack, which is the most important place. But it's not the only place, as you saw, because if you are able to do the other parts of SEO, you're still able to capture a lot of the traffic. And how are they capturing this traffic? Comes down to, as I said, really good on-page SEO, really good keyword research, first of all. So they know the exact phrases that people are typing into Google to look for their services. And once they know that, then they have crafted dedicated landing pages. So let me show you an example. If we look at Osborn's Law So this is their website, and this is Ahrefs showing their top ranked pages. So they have 63 pages on Ahrefs index, so on Google's index probably as well. And the total traffic is again 85,000. And now we see which pages are actually generating the bulk traffic. And this is sorted based on the highest traffic to the lowest traffic. And you can see here they have dedicated landing pages for their most important services, or basically all of their services. And they don't just have general, broad landing pages, because most law firms, let's say you run a law firm that offers personal injury law, family law, and immigration law. So most businesses offering these three services only have, in the best case scenario, that most of them, some of them don't even have landing pages for all of these three services. They just have like a main law firm page, and then they list their services on one page. That's a mistake. And a better way to do it is to have dedicated landing pages for all of your services. So you would have a dedicated landing page for personal injury law service. And then the next step, if you take it even further down the rabbit hole, which is much more optimal in the perspective of SEO, is to have dedicated landing pages for sub-services as well. So medical negligence is a sub-service. Personal injury is like a bigger umbrella, and medical negligence is like a sub-service for personal injury, because this is also a personal injury case, at least in the eyes of Google. And if you have a dedicated page, another example of a service under the umbrella of personal injury is car accident lawyer or car accident solicitors. So if you want to rank for car accident solicitors, you can't just put on the personal injury solicitors page. You have to have a dedicated landing page. And this is what Osborn is doing. You can see here their medical negligence page is generating over 5,600 visitors every month. So if you think about how much case value this is bringing in, it's huge. So you definitely have to have dedicated landing pages for your important services. That's the first thing. The second thing is, once you have those pages, they need to be SEO optimized. So now if we use an SEO optimization tool that we use for our client, you can see that like for Family Law Solicitors London, they are ranking number one organically, not in the map pack, but they are the first organic result. Their optimization score is a 62. This is the best score. You could do better, by the way. We usually try to get our clients scores in the 70s or 80s, sometimes 90s even, if it's a super competitive term. But they're beating all of their competitors in terms of on-page optimization scores. And now if you look at the Personal Injury Solicitors London, again, they're number one. Another law firm is beating them, but they are still number one because they have more backlinks. That's another thing. So first of all, you need to have the landing pages, then they need to be optimized. And the third thing is you need to have the highest quality backlinks going to your dedicated landing pages to rank number one. And the fourth pillar is blog articles. They have tons of blog articles, not actually tons in literal sense, but like if we look the way they have the blog articles, they have them in a separate blog section. So I can just look up how many blog articles they have, and they have 302 blog articles. That's generating 28,900 visitors every month. And what these blog articles are doing is, first of all, people are asking questions about your services, about the service that these guys here offer as well. And they type those services, these questions into Google or AI. And then if you have the content, then Google and AI are going to talk or refer you or send people to your site. It's a bit trickier with AI, but for Google. And if people come to your site and if you answer their question, that builds a lot of trust with your potential clients. And if you have buttons within the article or places for the people to get in touch with you, they will get in touch with you. They will reach out and ask for your services because they already trust you. They are ready to take the next step with somebody. They have the most trust built with you because you answered their question. That's what the power of blog articles. That's the first thing. That's the obvious, direct route of how blog articles work in terms of turning visitors or people interested in your services to actually get in touch with you. The second way is that if you have those blog articles, let's say you write a blog article about the family law topic, like will my wife get 50% when I divorce, or will my husband get 50% when I divorce? If you then from that blog article link to your family law service page, this page is going to rank higher as well, the family law service page on Google. So there are multiple tiers of benefit there as well. And also the more articles you have for your specific niche, the more of a Wikipedia of your niche you will become in the eyes of Google, and the higher all of your blog articles and your service landing pages are going to rank. So this is exactly what Osborn's law is doing. Regardless of them being unable to rank in the map pack in the top 3, they're still generating tens of millions of pounds worth of clients every year. So super powerful. But of course, the main place you want to rank is the map pack. But it usually takes a little bit longer because there are some specific things. One of the most important things, as I said, is the review score and the review quantity. So that's one thing, but this is going to take time. And while you're working on that, you could work on the other things, which is keyword research, building optimized landing pages, and building backlinks to those pages. This is the essence of what we do. This is a big part of the 20% of SEO work that we do for our clients that gets over 80% of the results. Technical SEO and all of these minor things are the 80% that get you 20% of results, or that get you the last 10 to 20%. But 80% of the results come from these 4-5 pillar foundational SEO things to do. So I hope this was valuable. And if you are interested in me and my team taking a look at your specific city, your specific niche, and giving you a high-level overview of where are you right now, what's the potential in your market, in your city for your specific law niche, especially if you're in the family law niche, then just click on the first link in the description. I will record a 10 to 15 minute video overview, a high-level overview of what's the market potential, how many cases you would realistically be getting if you were to rank number one, and what you need to do to get to number one in your specific city. So I hope this was valuable. Thank you. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.